Quasi, it is WWDC week. I am super excited about this. It's just the week that Apple is going to have all kinds of information about the newest operating systems, what they're going to do for Siri finally and Apple Intelligence. Did you watch the event, Quasi?
No, I actually slept. Of course I watched the event, Adam. Oh my goodness. I gotta say though, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I was kinda underwhelmed, right? I didn't think it was the greatest event ever. I think last year's event was definitely better. I think the year before that, this event was definitely better. And I would even consider 2023, where they announced Apple Intelligence and whatnot, to be better as well. But this wasn't a bad event by any means. It's a
Okay.
transitional period in Apple, so you can't do too
Yes.
much crazy stuff.
The Let me start off with some things that I thought were not so good, and it really wasn't a lot, right? There was this a particular moment. It was a guy that was showcasing. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this stupid, reframing, is that what he called it?
Uh,
Where
oh,
he had
the thing with the
yeah,
photo
he
you
he
already
took
took, and
his
then you could
kids in front of the
kind of
school and
take yeah,
changed the
I think it was called reframing.
oh my
That
gosh,
was a
so
really
hi
cool feature.
so that guy, though, if you watched before he stopped moving, he was moving in a circle way faster than he should have. It's like he was trying to get there in 3/10 of a second. I don't know. To me, that was way too fast. So when the camera's panning with him as he's going, which the guy was doing great at doing, right? It's just more so the speed for certain people. I think we would be like, "Oh man, I'm starting to get dizzy here." It was equivalent to me, like the tilt-a-whirl ride at any amusement park. That speed, basically, of how it spins. So I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but I thought that was pretty interesting to say the least. But Quasi, you watched the event. What's your initial thoughts with
Okay.
WW 2026?
So yeah, like I said, I was kinda underwhelmed with everything because I think when they started the Mac section, they started off by talking about the new corners. Thank God, they've answered my prayers about the corners on Macs, right? I've never been too worried about those. So, I mean, it's they've definitely announced some great stuff. Apple Intelligence is finally gonna be co com competitive with some other AIs, right? And we're also seeing that Siri is now called Siri AI, and it's gonna have its own dedicated app. It's got a lot of I don't wanna ruin the episode, right? I know we're gonna talk about this later, but they
You're
announced
not
some great
ruining it.
stuff, and I just think the quantity of stuff is what I was more disappointed at, not the quality, right? I knew we weren't getting any major overhauls, but, like, I was kinda hoping that the leaks are all wrong.
Let me just give my opinion about that right there. I have said for many years, I would take a dub in any day that has less new features and more of tackling core issues that they've had for far longer. And I think this event was focused on just that very thing because they have announced Apple Intelligence and they have announced Siri for how many years now, and we've gotten a underwhelming product at most. So to see a complete transformation of those two very things. Now we didn't see too much Apple Intelligence here. We saw some features they're going to add to and make some improvements, right? That's really nice, but I think the core thing with this mostly was Siri. And I gotta say, just seeing the live demonstrations of Siri itself was something that I was blown away with. First off, it didn't take 32 seconds for Siri to do anything. It was
Yeah, I mean,
about
that was
what, 8
impressive.
to
That
10
was super
seconds?
impressive.
It was so much faster. Now, so I have the beta version, the dev build of iOS 27 currently on my phone. Right, initially, it was kinda slow, had some sluggish issues. Right now, I don't see a single issue. It's running very smoothly, it's very impressive, I would say. Time and time again, after each iOS dev build that first comes out for the beta, it gets better. Like, I used to remember a time when it was you were almost to the point where you had to buy a new phone, it was so bad. Now I am just seeing things work very well, and I'm just so shocked to see that because it usually isn't the case. Now, I'm sure they're gonna have some quirks with certain apps that aren't updated yet. Not their fault. It's been literally like less than a day since it's been out. But what I'll say is this, I was very impressed with the event because what I really wanted to see more than anything else was some improvements to what they already have. And I'll take less features overall if they're gonna improve what they already have, and that's what they had to focus on because Siri sucked. No one could say that was wonderful. It worked great sometimes, but this guy, I only know his name, the guy who
Sometimes it's a
put
bit
out Series.
generous. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I guess
a
you're even right
small
there.
percentage of the time, like,
But,
I could
like,
probably count on
this
the on my hand the number of times Siri has been able to do the stuff that it's gonna be able to do now.
oh my gosh, yes. What a fantastic integration, and what I like about it is that this main Siri guy, this new guy, because the other guy got fired. Don't worry about that, Quasey's just making noises.
Yeah,
But, um,
that's me again. So sorry, guys.
this new Siri guy not only came to the table and showcased some pretty great integrations with Siri, the integration with Gemini is drastically better than what ChatGPT had, and I'm not saying that ChatGPT is a like, awful service, it's really not the worst at all, but the way it was implemented in a way that was not using, on-device models, it's just not as good as Gemini in this current time. So, I'm super excited for this. I had joined the wait list. I really hoped that that wasn't a thing that you can just get right off the bat. I feel like if they have a beta of iOS 27 for developers, you should probably have that right off the bat. Why would that be a waitlist thing? But it's okay. Sam Cole, our buddy Sam Cole has it. He's gonna make some videos for that. Just so you guys have not, if you haven't seen that yet, look at his TikTok or his YouTube, and you'll see that he already has been invited to that wait list. So it's really, really cool stuff. Um, but just to carry on with this a little bit more, um, I wasn't completely underwhelmed. What I really wanted from the event was there, and I'm happy to see what they did. Is is it a lack of new features? Absolutely. But core functionality is more important to me right now than that in this current state of Apple. So that's my little two takes of it. All right, should
Yeah.
we dive in to the event, Quasey, just a little
Let's
bit
do it.
because there is so much to talk about here. And let me talk about the very first one. So Apple has announced and unveiled Siri AI. It's a dedicated app. We're going to be in iOS 27, which, by the way, side topic with iOS 27, this was super impressive to me that every device that supports iOS 26 will support iOS 27. That's the first time in Apple's history they didn't drop devices off the list. I can't believe that that's happened. What do you think, Quasey?
I I don't think that's the first time.
I think it's the first time.
I definitely feel like we've seen that before. I think I think even last year. What devices
They dropped off
were
some, I'm
dropped?
pretty sure, last year.
Let's see. Apple didn't drop support for any models with with iOS 17. Or sorry, every device that was compatible with iOS 17 remained eligible for iOS 18. I just remember
Oh,
hearing that
I
before,
stand
so I was
corrected.
like, yeah,
I
no,
stand corrected. I really thought they did not
and
do
that's
that
just a
before.
testament to the longevity of an iPhone, right? Dude, there are people who just refuse to give up their iPhone 11, right? And it makes sense. If it's still supported, it's not. I think they dropped support for it last year. But if it's still supported, more power to you. You know, I mean, I can't force you to upgrade and do what's best for yourself, but I'm happy for you that you love your iPhone 11 that much, you know? But this is I mean, honestly, just let me great job, Apple. Once again, you've extended the duration of the iPhone's life. And really, that really helps the resale value. And if you saw the keynote, you can give an iPhone to your kids now, and there's a lot more safety features. So that same iPhone
Oh
11
my
that you were using
goodness.
can go to your kids, and
Oh,
I think
man.
I'm getting ahead of
So
myself.
much.
We were
Yeah.
talking about the,
Just
what were we talking
Siri
about?
AI. Siri AI.
Yes.
Can
So,
you pull up, Quasi, really quick, the picture of the slider options now for Siri AI? I would show you my phone, but I don't have it, of
with her
course.
voice
Yes.
All
So
right,
one
let's
of the
pull up
things
the
that
voice customization thing for Siri.
this is a nice little feature that Apple is coming out with that I like a lot. It's gonna be setting the pace of Siri and the expressivity. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you remember when
That's
you
really
watched the
cool.
keynote, it. I don't know if I liked the demonstration. Right? They had
Well, you know
Siri
why I didn't
saying
like
some
it the
stuff,
most?
and it was kind of
They did
annoying.
not change the bottom slider at all.
Oh yeah, no, they
Show
didn't.
me an example of that. I kinda wanna see that. I'm sure it's great, but I wanna see it. This is nice though, because sometimes, depending on the person, you need to have it slower or you want it faster because you want something now. I don't know. I think this is a nice way to customize things. And I do believe there are newer voices coming too for Siri than we currently have. So that's a nice little add bonus as well. But I kind of want to know from the viewers what you think below. Do you think this addition to Siri AI is going to be really good? Or is it not necessary? You think it's just what we have now is fine. I want to change your voice and that's it. This doesn't require that you have to make this adjustment, but it is an option that they're going to have. I'm all for it because it's just more ways to customize Siri and make it a better experience based upon what I want. What are your thoughts, Quasey?
Yeah, no. In the keynote, I remember they said, or I should stop saying keynote because yeah, it was kind of a keynote, but it wasn't really a keynote. Um, and the thing they were like, they were showing it off, and Siri was like, "Clear the fridge." No, clear all the fridges. I was like, it's cool that she can kind of have context in what she's saying and some inflection in her voice. But it kind of sounded a little bit creepy to me, so I'm gonna have to play with it. I'm definitely gonna have to like play with it for a while before you know I'm comfortable with it. But you know, I have no issue with this. I think this is really cool. I think it's a great feature, right? And I also I don't know if this is in the Siri app or in the settings app, but there's a new dedicated Siri app. I don't know if you guys saw that. Like if you guys somehow
Yes.
missed the the Worldwide Developer Conference, which is currently ongoing, but if you missed the big presentation, um it's no longer going to be the little colorful thing around the edge of your screen like so, right? It doesn't do that anymore. Which actually I
Kind of
really
miss
like. I
that.
gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna miss
I'm gonna
that.
miss it. Yeah.
But it, it's gonna be more of a dark themed interface in the dynamic island, and there's gonna be is it like it's gonna be aware of what's on your screen now. Thank God, right? That is something that Siri should have had since what the iPhone 10. Right?
Since ever. Yes.
I don't know why that was so hard to do, but okay. It's also got, visual intelligence camera, which is when you're in the camera app, there's a dedicated Siri mode that you can point it at the things in the world, like, let's say you saw a cypress tree, and you're like, "What is this tree?" Right? Siri would tell you, or, "Oh, wow, she just activated on my phone.
During the
I gotta
event,
stop
mine
doing that."
activated a lot.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I was
That's
actually
okay.
thinking during the event, I was like, "How many people's phones do you think they accidentally activate every time they say this?" Anyhow, um, in addition to that visual intelligence camera, uh, there's we already talked about the voice customization, but also Apple Intelligence is going into Safari, photos and imaging, um, but I don't know if those are Siri AI. I think that's just Apple Intelligence stuff, right? So I think we covered all of the Siri features, right? The new app, the new dark theme. It lives in the dynamic island now. Is there anything I'm missing?
Well, you're missing the shortcuts integration with Apple Intelligence, which is going to
Also,
be
live
that
on
you
camera
can
right now, we're about to download iOS 27.
have it currently. It took so long to get it though. But it was okay. I mean, it was day 1 of it coming out. Um, what's also just as a side note, in case you guys are not aware of this, the Apple Developer Beta does not require you to pay for the Apple Developer account fee per year to use it. So you do have to make an Apple Developer account, which you can do for free. And when you do that with the same Apple ID that you have on your phone, you can then choose the option for the Developer Beta for iOS 27. And then it's a chunky, by the way, big update. It's
Yeah,
like
you need
almost 20
27
gigabytes.
gigabytes.
It 27 for you, huh?
It's
I think it was
yeah, it
like
was
20
27
something
for
for
me.
me.
It was bad.
Yeah, the one for
Like, it was
macOS is like
fat.
massive too. It's like 50 some gigs. It is a lot, but there's a lot of changes, right? And it's good that they're doing this. Um, but shortcuts, I just mentioned this yesterday, is a feature that is so powerful that I just don't utilize like I should. And now you can speak with Apple Intelligence with Siri in addition to that, and then have the shortcuts be made for you, which is sometimes probably good because you may not know the exact process, the if this and that functionality that you want, for shortcuts, but now you can just speak into your Siri and it does it for you. That's going to be a more easier method to make that shortcut be a thing. And just so you guys know, with shortcuts, you can still download third-party shortcuts. They're using the shortcuts app that someone's already created. So if I create an awesome like Quasey, here you go, boom, I can share it with him. He has it. Just so you guys know. But
This
it
is
just
true. I've
feels
I've
like to
actually
me,
done this before.
Quasey, that Siri is for the first time going to be an actual full blown assistant for your everyday life. Like, I'm actually going to probably utilize it more now than I ever have. And, I often feel like that I choose not to use Siri because of the current state of Siri, but only also because I don't want to forget the method I'm doing a certain task, if that makes sense. If I'm creating this shortcut or sending a message or going on the web or doing this, I want to do that function so I don't forget how to do that function. I feel like at certain times, if I just say, Siri, do this, I'll eventually forget how to do that in the process that it should be done, right? Just because of just lack of doing it. But that's one thing that Siri is going to help with, though, is maybe you're not as technical as me and Quasi are. Maybe you're not as sophisticated in doing a shortcut or whatever, but you just need help with certain things. Or you're driving and you shouldn't be texting when you're driving, right? This is going to be a feature that is going to vastly improve what you do on an iPhone. And I'm excited when this actually comes out. And we'll be testing it on this podcast as we get the invites accepted from Apple. So once you get this installed, Quasi, just do that. You have to go into the Siri under settings and then you have to request your beta access. All right, so that is kind of the full blown what's happened with Siri AI. It's going to, just so you guys know, be support on Apple Watch, iPhone, Mac, iPad, and Vision Pro. And that's pretty cool, the Vision Pro one. Like, you can move the Siri AI, like, little globe icon wherever you want and just look at it and then talk into it. Pretty cool little function. And let us know in the comments, guys. Do you think the new Siri AI is gonna be wonderful? Are you skeptical? Are you like, it has Gemini, this is gonna be a bad thing? I don't know. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Oh, just so you guys know, before we move on, they're using models from Gemini, of course, right? It's a mixture of both on-device processing and server processing. I do believe a lot of things that you do on Siri is going to be on device, but when it needs to reach out to the web for certain things to do certain searches or whatever, that's when it does the server side stuff. So on device processing for AI is going to be really good because it's faster, it's more locked down to privacy concerns as well, and it's just a wonderful experience. So, okay, sorry, we went a long time on Siri AI, but that's just a big thing we want to discuss.
Well, that's
All right.
basically 90% of what the Apple event was. Like,
Okay.
they kinda sped past all the other stuff and just went
They
straight to
did,
the
but it's
Siri AI.
the next one's great, Quasi. I'll let you take this one.
This is
This
true.
is really good. This is amazing.
Um, your iPhone and iOS 27, I don't know if I'd consider my phone slow right now, but that's just because I don't have iOS 27. Apparently, when you get iOS 27, first your phone's gonna feel really slow for the first couple of hours. Then when you leave work, it's gonna feel fast. I've heard this firsthand from a friend, but then it's gonna feel lightning fast. So that's I mean, mine is almost done downloading. I'm excited to see how this works. So we're supposed to see up to 30% faster app launches, up to 70% faster loading of new captures and photos, up to 80% faster AirDrop transfers, and then up to 5 times faster browsing and transfer in files for iPad OS, right? And
Let's just pause right there.
speed is just great. I'm
I
paused.
cannot believe they pulled this off. Here's the thing about this, Quasi. My phone hardware has not changed, and this is gonna happen. Typically, this kind of stuff happens mostly when hardware changes, but this is software changing. That is, to me, impressive. I I didn't think app launches, like you said, were that slow, but if they're gonna be 30% faster, like, at what point do you need a seatbelt to use an iPhone because it's going so fast, you know? Like, it's so nice. 70% faster to load a new capture, so that's nice, and I'll say I've seen that go slow. I've seen you take a picture, you go try to look at it, it takes some time. It's not horrendous, but it's time. I wanna see if I caught that hummingbird in a great time before I have to take another picture. So, for me, that's really impressive. The next one, Kwesi. 80% faster for AirDrop.
Yeah,
What are
that's
they
just great.
doing to make it that much faster? It was kinda
I don't know,
slow.
but thank
I gotta be
goodness. Yeah,
honest.
I was about to say. I was trying to share a photo with my cousin the other day. She's sitting right next to me. It's not like we're not on the same Wi-Fi or anything, and it took like 4 minutes. Okay, maybe
Doesn't
not four
doesn't use
minutes. It
Wi-Fi
took
though.
like 2 minutes, but yeah,
It uses Bluetooth basically.
yeah. When they
That
use
is
Wi-Fi,
an
it can get too far.
astonishing transfer speed increase. If I went 30 miles an hour and I went 80% faster, I'm gonna get a ticket, you know? Like, that's just how it is. Um, and then the 5 times faster browsing and transfers with files in iPadOS. I didn't think that was slow. Like, I never said, "Okay, I'm transferring a file. I'm gonna sit here for 32" like, it's not a Windows transfer. It's it's the Apple ecosystem. But there we go. Uh,
Oh,
I don't know who at
I've
Apple is
acquired
like,
it.
"Guys, that was way
Go
too
ahead. I'm just gonna
fast."
quickly look at this.
You are so, you're so blessed. Oh, you're gonna get
I
in the
was
preview.
downloading it since yesterday morning,
Oh,
or
okay.
not since yesterday.
Y
Like I was downloading the actual files
There
forever.
is a preview you're gonna get, and we'll talk about this too, with it's a crane or a stork or something, where you literally are moving the stork or crane, whatever bird it is, across the water to a flying state or a standing state. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more, but I don't know how that's possible. That is super impressive. It just blows my mind. But yeah, the speeds are gonna be drastically faster, and I don't know who at Apple said, "Guys, if this isn't faster where I need a seatbelt, I don't want any part of this anymore. Make it happen." Is this a John Turnus thing? I don't know. I'm happy to see this though, and it's just a more impressive iOS than I've probably ever seen for what they're gonna do for speeds at least. Okay, I want to bring this up though. People are gonna be asking which devices are compatible for the iOS 27. Well, essentially, instead of saying the entire list, I will say this: the iPhone 11, all the way to the 17 Pro Max. That's a very big list of great things. Here's the thing: I don't see. I'm looking at the list. Yeah, the XRs. I think the XR1, the
Can't
XR2 are
tell if it's
completely
letting me.
out.
It's not letting me do it.
No, you can't do
It'll
it. It's
do it
showing you.
itself. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's just
Oh,
a
okay.
video. Yeah, I should have said
Oh,
not
that's very
anything at all and
unfortunate.
just had you just struggle a little bit there. But I'm not like that.
I would have done
Um,
that for like 16 minutes.
Why isn't it working? Hey, iOS 27. No, no, no,
I
it's
can't
great.
believe this.
Are there any thoughts, Quasi, with the list of
The list, yes.
List
The
of
list.
compatible devices. I
The
mean,
list
it's
of
basically
Apple
set from the
devices?
iPhone 11 up. Yeah, the ones that are
Yeah, I
compatible.
mean,
Great.
yeah, so iPhone 11, the series of 11s, the series of 12s. Ooh, the SE 2nd gen, I thought they were dropping support for that, but I was completely wrong. They're dropping support for the no, they're not dropping support for the first gen. The first gen's been dropped since like 14 years ago. So iPhone 11, iPhone SE 2nd gen, iPhone 12s, iPhone 13s, 14s, obviously 15s, 16s, and 17s. Right? If your 17 didn't get the update, that'd be hilarious. You know, I'd be really upset if the iPhone 17 didn't get the update. I'm very upset about the iPhone 16 not. So let me explain something. The most advanced new features, they keep doing this to me, Adam, right? Last year I had an iPhone 15. I had to go and buy a 16 because they told me I wasn't going to get the latest features. I said, okay. I went and bought a new phone, right? Now I need the iPhone 17 to be able to do some of the new advanced Siri AI features, which rely on powerful on-device models. Why? Because I don't have 12 gigabytes of RAM. I am not a fan of this. Mind you, if
I don't
you
know if it's just
watch any
RAM.
singular ad of the iPhone 16 Pro, it says built from the ground up for Apple Intelligence. From the ground up. Apparently not. Apparently
It
not.
was at that time.
I will be suing Apple. I will be suing them.
Um, it's nice to see that they're gonna continue support for these devices. I'm so excited for this. But that does mean certain devices are not like the XRs. My dad has an XR, I think the 2nd generation. It's time for him to upgrade. He just won't do it though, and I'm trying to convince him to this day. Okay. All right. Quasi, we'll let you take this one. And you might have to show, which is not a lot to show actually. But Quasi is going to talk about this fantastic new feature in iOS 27.
All right. Um, so Adam is currently referencing something that we referenced earlier in the podcast, which is reframing. So yesterday we're sitting in
And
the
that
event,
too.
we're watching. This guy comes up and he starts yapping, and I'm really kind of tuning him out. But then all of a sudden, I see him take his finger, and he was like, "Maybe you should have thought more about the shot composition." And he goes like this, right? And when he goes like this, he changes the entire shot on his phone. It like his kid was wearing a backpack, and it like generated in the backpack. It was kind of cool. And so there's three major AI driven editing tools for the iPhone, the Mac, and the Vision Pro, and obviously the iPad or whatever else uses it, right? The first one is going to be that revamped cleanup, right? So if you use the cleanup in Apple's iOS 26, it's actually kind of bad, right? I would recommend exporting your photo to Gemini and then using Gemini's cleanup tool, right? But now it's supposed to be a lot better. If I want to get rid of these butterflies, I can get rid of these butterflies now, right? Uh, there's a new extend tool, which I think we saw this with Samsung not too long ago, where if you take a photo, it can generate what a realistic border of the photo would look like, so, like, it can kind of extend the photo a little bit, and I know that TikTok used to have something like that, and it was a trend, but, this is supposed to be, like, actually smart, so, finally, the new reframe tool, just honestly one of the coolest things ever, right? It's the
I
reason I had to
can't
download the
believe
beta.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
supposed to
probably the
just
most
be
impressive feature.
yeah. It's so you can change a photo's angle or the zoom by using multi-touch gestures, and then once you hit save, it it doesn't stay on your phone, unfortunately. It gets sent off to a cloud server. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Like I was saying, it doesn't get saved on your phone. It sends it off to a cloud server, and then it gets sent back to you. But I wouldn't worry too much about that because if you know anything about Apple, right? If you watch any Apple ad, it doesn't even matter what you watch from Apple. You know it's all about privacy. So it's a really secure cloud server. And then second is sent back to your phone, it's deleted, you know? Not deleted from your phone, but deleted from the server, which I think is really good on Apple's part, right? Like I've always given Apple a lot of crap for some things, but you'll never see me giving them crap for their level of security and privacy, right? I think they do it the best anyone's ever done it, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh,
I
Adam seems to be
I
struggling over
seen
there.
this. No, I'm just trying to, I don't know. So my mic was doing some weird stuff. Um, can you still hear me, by the way?
Yes, we can. I thought
Okay.
about trolling you for a second, but we can
I
hear you.
I know you did, and that's just how crazy he is. It's okay. It's because he's in California. He can do that. It's whatever, I guess, right? At least if I was close to Apple Park, I would have, been closer towards to the event. But that's just me, I guess. Anyway, I seen this and I could not believe my eyes. This man took a picture of his kids in front of a school and changed the angle like, I don't know, 20 degrees or whatever it was. And it looked like it was just that's how the photo was. That is insane. Imagine you have a picture of your kid or a picture of this bird or a picture of a wild bobcat. And you're like, man, because I didn't want to get too close to the bobcat or something, right? I didn't have a chance to get a good angle of this, but the sun sets to the right of this bobcat, but you can partially see it. But I want to adjust this if I want to. You can just do that. And it's amazing. And it looks like it's just how it always was. But it wasn't, but no one else does. That's the cool thing about this, and it's amazing that they can even pull this off. What kind of magic is doing this?
Yeah,
I
they're
know
definitely
it's
doing some
using
sorcery.
generative AI and stuff, but it's not like it looks like, the spaghetti Will Smith back in the day. It is a lot more advanced AI that I've ever seen this happen with, and this is amazing. And I know this kinda came with Gemini, and Google Photos and stuff in the past, but this is a way more enhanced version of this, and I'm impressed. I could not believe that. That is absolutely insane. It took some time, but that's a lot to process in a photo, right? You can't see the school's front door, but you can after the fact. That's amazing to me. That is 100% incredible, and not one person, I mean, not one person on this earth can say that's not good. Not one. And if you do, you're just wrong. You're wrong 100%. And I will argue anybody that will say this is not a cool feature. It's stupid if you think this is not. It's that good. It's undeniably amazing how that works. I don't think Quasi's excitement is where it should be with this. That is that
No,
impressive.
no, 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 no. I'm really
That
excited.
is just
Don't get me wrong.
And cleanup, when you get iOS 27 beta, it will show you have a stork or a crane, like I was saying earlier, and you can move it. And then now it's flying away, which wasn't flying, it was staying in the water. So now you can have that thing flying away like a bear shot. Or you want to stay in the water. Maybe you stay in the water eating its lunch. Now you can have that too. That kind of stuff is really cool. And I know that AI shouldn't be taking over as much as it is, but these are great features of what it can offer. And I'm excited to see that. Okay,
Moving on?
as Quasi said, this is
Yeah,
something that's
can I
gonna make
just
Quasi upset.
le le give me 2 seconds to rant for this
No,
topic,
you know
you
what,
know?
Quasi? Let's just have you take this one, okay? Because this affects you more than it does me.
Oh, I know, Adam, because I decided to abstain from giving Apple an extra
I wasn't trying
$1,000
to
in
to
6
put a
months.
blast on you. I just
No, no,
wanted you
no,
to
it's
take this
okay.
one.
So,
But but
as I
rant.
stated briefly earlier, if you don't have an iPhone 17, an iPhone 7 sorry, I think it's a 17 Pro, the 17 Air.
That's
Sorry, I
it.
should have said the 17 Pro
Or
or the
Max.
17 Air. An iPad with an M4 later or a Mac with an M3 and later with 12 gigabytes of memory. Okay, so I do have a Mac with the M3 Pro chip, right? And it has more than 12 gigabytes of RAM. I can confidently say that. But on my phone, which was built up from the ground for Apple Intelligence, that's what all the marketing said. built from the ground up. Since I cannot access the Apple Intelligence features. Do you know how crazy that is to me, Adam? Imagine you go to you, let's say you go to Chick-fil-A, right? And this spicy chicken sandwich has been built from the ground up to satisfy cravings. Then you have the spicy chicken deluxe, and that one's the one that gets all the cool features, right? You got to pay an extra yada yada for that. And even though it's built from the ground up, the the chicken sandwich is almost as good, but it's not quite good enough. You can't download the new update to that chicken sandwich. I'm upset. Do you know why I purchased this phone, Adam? I purchased this phone partially because my battery blew up in the other phone, right? More
I was there
importantly,
to witness that.
yeah, and I just fixed that battery, but then I was like, "Eh, I'm tired of this phone. I want a phone that's gonna give me all the new." Oh no, because last year at WWDC, right before I purchased my new phone, they were like, "Hey, so you actually just can't use any of the new AI features. You can't do X, Y, Z." And I was like, "You know what? I think that's some nonsense." So I went to Verizon. I said, "Hey, I have this iPhone 15. It's in decent condition, except for the entire back is shattered, and I want to know what you guys will give me for it." And they were like, "We'll give you a brand
Minor
new."
things.
Oh my gosh, you guys should have seen the back of my phone. It was it
It
looked
looked
like
like a
it had
small
been
child
the front of my phone
took
was
dad's
completely fine, not a
hammer.
scratch. The back of my phone.
Small child took dad's hammer and was like, "Oh, I can watch dad build a house. I've watched HGTV today. I can do that on dad's phone. Oh, it should be fun. It should be fine." And smash, 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 smash. It was bad. It was really
I
bad.
can agree. It
I
was
thought Quasi fell off a mountain with his phone exposed without a case, and he survived it, but his phone barely did. That's
Do
what it
you
looked like
actually
to
wanna
me.
hear the
That's
story
just
behind
yeah.
what happened?
Let's
So
just for the listeners, yeah, let's just do that.
okay, so my family was still living in Guam, and in Guam, we had this house that had, like, all I don't know if it was marble floors or, like it was, like, marble floors, and then we had concrete walls, right? And one day, I was playing 2K with my little brother, right? And usually I gotta stop throwing things because 'cause I'm realizing I throw things a lot when I'm playing video games, but usually I throw it onto the couch, right? I throw my phone onto the couch. Well, I put a little bit too much juice on it, right? So all you hear is just my phone colliding with the wall, right, at Mach speed, and I was like, "Oh god, my iPhone 15 is cooked," right? Thank God it was
Only you
literally just the back of
put
my phone.
if only you put that much effort into maybe just being the person you're trying to be.
No, I was here's the crazy part, I was up by 30, right? Something happened, I got upset, I threw my phone, I regretted that decision. Um, wasn't great. Anyhow, unless you have 12 gigabytes of RAM in your device, you will not be getting the latest and greatest features. I know, guys. I know it sucks,
I
but
don't
what can
think
you
the
do?
iPhone has that much RAM, does it?
Your iPhone, the 17 Pro has that much RAM. Um,
I thought I had 8.
I
12.
definitely think it has
It
12.
does.
Yeah, we
I
talked
was
about
just,
this in September.
we did. But it's okay. It's good to refresh the listeners. I
Of
knew
course.
that. I'm
The
just,
listeners. Yeah. Yeah, the
yeah,
listeners. Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
Um, in Quasi, this is not in the show notes. If we had time, I want to showcase the child safety stuff because I thought we would be going way over, in time, but I think we're doing pretty good right now.
We're
So
doing
that's
pretty
good.
great. Yeah,
So
we can mention that after I talk about macOS Golden Gate, because first and foremost, the crack marketing team did their thing with the name. All right.
hold up. The way they announced it was a bit odd. Would you say?
It was interesting. It was definitely interesting.
Let's just have Cheech and Chong come out in a 70s van, clearly hippie style van, doing unknown smokables inside of it and clearly, at the only last minute, after no was given to Craig Federighi, they came out and drove on Apple campus in their van, and the door opens and the smoke's rolling out, and they say, "Golden Gate." I think
Yeah,
that's
no,
an interesting way to showcase that. It was funny, but it
it's
just also
definitely a
was
way
it
of
was a
doing it.
bit weird. Yeah. Are you trying to say that the crack marketing team at Apple is a bunch of, stoners, or what's
Crackheads?
going on there,
No,
Apple?
I don't
I mean, well,
yeah, I don't know how
that's
to say
also a
crackheads.
possibility. I mean, something like that,
Yeah,
it's
I
just an
mean,
interesting way to do that. I don't know what that was all about, but, that was the thing. It's meant to be
that was
humorous, I
very interesting.
believe, but
Yeah,
Golden
maybe we're
Gate and
reading too far into it.
Quasi and me on this podcast was an episode 2 ago, tried to guess what was going to be, and this is not what we guessed at all, like, not
Not at
even the
all, not in the
slightest.
slightest.
We thought it was gonna be a
I
national park of some sort or a
I was so
tree
far, it
and
was ridiculous.
yeah, I didn't think Golden Gate, and, it's Golden Gate, so that's pretty cool. Quasi is not too far from this, right? Or are you?
Yeah, I'm going to the Golden Gate Bridge on Friday, so
So, yeah, it's pretty
I'm about
close.
2 hours away.
So it's
Hey,
pretty
there's
cool.
something wrong with my Maps app. I don't like this.
I didn't even open up my maps up yet.
Never
What's
mind,
going on
it
with it?
fixed itself. It was like a new
Okay,
view,
good.
and I just wasn't a fan, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, I just, don't see that at all.
There's, like, liquid
Interesting.
glass in my Maps app now. This wasn't a thing
I
before.
gotta do this later too. So we're gonna talk about that just actually right now. So macOS Golden Gate. Quasi, are you gonna put this on your Mac? Or are you gonna wait?
I was gonna put it on there today, but do you know how big
It's
the update
okay if you
is?
don't. 50 gigs. It's like 50 some gigs. It's
I
ridiculous.
don't have the space. Where am I gonna find the space, Adam? I have hundreds and hundreds of gig dude, I think I'm gonna cave and I clean my Mac X today, 'cause can I just need somebody to explain
Good
to
one.
me why I have 315 gigabytes of system data.
Let's talk about
Anybody?
that. Let's talk about that really quick.
Just anybody,
I
please.
love
I
macOS.
just wanna know.
That is the one thing I cannot stand about macOS. It is a great operating system for a lot of different things. There's different ways to do things, of course, in Windows. That is the one feature that is abysmal. You cannot clear that other than wiping your entire Mac completely. There are ways to clear out some of it. You can clear out some caches, you can clear out certain things you downloaded and maybe some things that are just stale that you don't need anymore. But I will tell you, the majority of that system or other, you cannot remove. The way that Apple will tell you, it's the official method, I'll tell you right now, you don't have to even call them, is literally just wiping your Mac and reloading everything. Which you get
I'm not
everything
doing
back,
that.
it's kinda the same thing, but here's the thing about it. It sucks. You know why? You have to reinstall everything, log into everything again. You have to get everything back from the iCloud backup, which is not a fast process. That's the one thing they could have made a fast process is downloading your stuff back from iCloud. They're gonna make things faster, but it's not fast. So that is something that I thought and I hoped that they would make a better change in macOS, but nothing was said at all. Maybe Quase, if you download that beta for your Mac and you use the feedback app to give them like 35 feedbacks of this very thing, they might fix it then. I don't
Just
know.
keep spamming them. "Hey, fix this. Hey, fix this. Hey, fix this.
Yeah,
Please fix this."
just do that on your iOS feedback, even though it's not what you're talking about at all. Like, yeah, my phone works great, but I tell you what, this system and other on the Mac sucks. And
Yeah,
so I
there's just no issues with the beta at all, but, I do have an issue with system data. Yes, let me tell you guys. Hey, Craig,
it's not an issue in your
you
iPhone. You can fix it in your iPhone, an iPad, just not Mac OS.
hey, have you ever
I
seen the
wish they'd
Bee
fix that.
Movie where,
I
like,
have.
Barry the Bee goes through, he's like, "Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Ooh, yellow, black. Let's switch it up a little bit." I don't think I've
That's
ever
what
seen
Craig
Craig
did.
Federighi in anything but a powdered shirt, and, like,
Yeah,
they made a
that's
joke about it. like, his powdered blue and, like, black jeans, and I thought that was pretty funny. I just thought that was really cool. I thought I need to mention that. Anyhow,
Well, he's
um,
wearing blue,
yes,
not oh, there's dark blue.
he's, like, always in blue.
It's always
Wait,
blue.
there's not a single photo of him on here
Hold up.
not in blue.
There was a time, Kwesi, let's not forget this. There was a time he came out in like a
In a white
white
jumpsuit?
basketball
I
pinstriped.
am seeing
Yeah,
that.
that wasn't blue. Actually had no blue. Um,
I think I know what his
he's
favorite color is.
there's
Dude,
a COVID
there's,
time when
like,
he wore
pictures of
white.
him in yeah, in COVID time where he's in a mask and walking out. Good
Yep.
lord.
I oh, oh,
This
oh, oh, there's an Instagram post, he's wearing black. Hold up. I will send you this
you sure
immediately.
this isn't, like, a funeral? Dude, I'm
I'm
like
sh
I'm
I hope
deep.
it's not.
I'm down here.
I
I'm
really
down here.
think
He's
it's
just
not.
always in a blue shirt.
Hold up. Hold up. Check this out. Pull us up, Quasey. And live on the podcast. First picture, Craig Federighi non-blue. It's gotta be the first
Are you
one.
sending it to me?
It's been sent.
Oh, it's
Yes.
just been sent.
I think it's been sent. Delivered, it says. This is super important, but by the way, guys, I
To
mean,
open
just
this
without this, you
Instagram.
wouldn't
This is just so important.
super important stuff here. While Quasey's
2
doing that,
seconds.
okay, yeah, well, this
This is
shows before we
definitely
go
in
on.
this is definitely a blue shirt.
This is not why I sent it.
I just promise you that's what you sent. So you might have thought you saw a picture with him without a blue shirt, but that's just not possible. Craig is always in blue.
No, this is just not the case.
Hey, I'm
It's
realizing my
definitely
battery
one.
is just draining today, and I'm not entirely sure what's killing my battery, but it's draining the fastest it's ever drained.
I'm gonna open image new tab. It's so small. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna do this one more time. Small is better than nothing.
This is
Okay,
probably
that's
true.
the direct link. There. You cannot say that's not the case again. Why is that? Yeah, I just went to a completely different. Okay, show what I sent you.
Yeah, what an interesting.
There we go.
Okay, so I've just accidentally opened the bookmark manager twice. Did you know that I started with my Mac at 92%, and for some reason I'm at 19%, and we've only been recording for like 30 minutes?
48, but
This
yeah.
is this
There
is
you go.
scary.
Yep. There we go.
I've never had
So,
my Mac die this fast before, and I didn't even download a new update.
are you able to plug it in?
Am I able to plug it in?
You probably
I can
should.
go get a charger at some point. If it gets to 10% before we're done, I'll go get a charger. I
Okay.
did close the plethora of apps I had open. I was definitely
That
running
could be
2
part of
editing
it.
softwares for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, back to macOS. They've had some features, liquid glass improvements. The
Yeah.
system introduces much anticipated tweaks in liquid glass and visual overhaul, introducing originally in macOS Tahoe. So they're gonna make the corners more visible, so you can not see the blend in with the backgrounds and stuff like that. That's a very cool feature. And Quasey's gonna pull us up really quick as we go through this. Now there's one feature that Kwesi did not like, and he texted me during the event. Spotlights can include Apple Intelligence and Siri. I can
I
see how
don't
that
know
could
if
be a
I'm the
problem.
biggest fan.
Yeah.
Like,
So
if it's done well, then yeah, but, I don't know.
I know. We'll have to just see how it's
Hopefully,
gonna
they
be.
surprise me.
Of course, Siri AI is gonna be there too. Um,
I really like the
man,
look of this,
they're
though.
their
I will say.
examples are pretty nice of what they're gonna do with this as well. Visual
Ooh,
intelligence is
can I
gonna be a
stop you
thing
really
for
quick?
on-screen. Sure.
The In these demonstrations, all these things are on April 1st, and they don't pass 9:41 AM. It just
I said that. I said that to some coworkers. That never changed.
like,
How did they do
I
that?
was, like, really locked in. I was like, "Ooh, I wonder when they're recording this, how far in advance they do it." Alright, all the things said April 1st, 9:41, but you can't record for 20 minutes at 9:41. That just doesn't make sense, alright?
Yeah.
So, I just thought that was interesting.
Doesn't even make any sense. I agree with that. Um, so you have visual intelligence with Golden Gate, which is gonna be nice. So you can utilize your screen. It's gonna you ask like you can in your iPhone, certain things on your screen, and you can utilize that as well. Writing tools. Revamp writing tools lets you users ask to quickly write email draft, for instance, if you want to. You can man, it's just some things you were asking was just so cool in the examples, like, you know, set a meeting for this and do this and add this add to it, add these people, make this adjustment for this. It did
Okay,
so
Adam, I'm gonna
much
run and go get a
incredible
charger because
things.
'cause I'm at 16%, but, give me, like
Okay,
I
go
should be
ahead.
back in, like, 30 seconds if I speed.
Okay,
Alright, see you soon.
speed, please.
Ugh.
Apple Intelligence is also coming to Safari, which is quite nice as well. So, in any language that you choose, any natural language, uh, that's really cool as well. The home app improvement. So they're gonna instead of having separate notifications, it's gonna be combined into certain notifications for that as well, which is really, really cool. And shortcuts. As I said before, the same natural language saying like when I'm leaving for work, text my wife. I'm expected to be there with whatever ETA. That's a feature that's really cool. Actually, I like that a lot. I should probably make that shortcut. Ooh, that's really nice actually. Very cool feature. Image Playground. So Gemini improvements, it's going to be a lot easier to incorporate image creation and generation and then modifications also. So you can have far more editing tools with your photos than you ever did before, which is impressive. Photos. Same features that you have for photos and iPhone are going to come to macOS as well, being more functionality as well than what you do on iPhone. It's just pretty impressive. And man, that's just impressive. And that is kind of Golden Gate macOS 27. Quasey's still getting things ready. Quasey, do you want to tell us about iOS 27?
I'll tell you about iOS 27 actually. So basically, when you open up
Lots.
iOS 27 for the first time, they're gonna greet you with obviously that crane thing that Adam talked about. But then after you pass all that, you're gonna get not a vision slider, a little liquid glass slider, and you can adjust how transparent the liquid glass is, or if it has like less opacity, right? Or sorry, more opacity. I don't know if opacity is see-through or not. Like, I know it means see-through, but I don't know if less is more or let me stop trying to explain myself. I'm just making it worse. The icons look a little bit different, right? And now they've gained some additional layers of refraction, right? So when you I don't know if you guys saw it last year, but like when you turned your phone a little bit, there was a glint. I really liked that. And now it looks a little bit better, right? Apps are launching 30% faster, AirDrops transfers to 80% faster, and anything that runs iOS 27 will be more responsive thanks to a CPUI scheduler feature, which means that any iPhone that's running iOS 26 is now going to be running faster. And I just think that's amazing, right? Because if you remember a couple years ago with the iPhone 6, Apple actually slowed down phones, and now they've learned their lesson, and they're doing the exact opposite, which is just great. Adam, you look kinda
Yeah.
disappointed.
No, I'm not. I'm just I'm looking through this. There's like 264 enhancements. iOS 27. That is a whole bunch. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that does sound like a lot.
They didn't even talk about half of these in the event because it would take the entire event. It would take an hour to talk about all of this. My gosh. Okay. Oh my
I mean, you
gosh.
can go through and just see the important stuff.
Yes, that is quite there's no way they did not use AI in making this list, 95 Mac. There's
Absolutely
just
not.
no way. No one typed all that in that time frame. It would take you the rest of
What?
the night.
I guess it's what, 5 words per thing, maybe? I could see it
Still,
happening. It's tedious, but I could see it happening.
it's just a lot, but, it's okay. So iOS 27 is giving you a bunch of new features and modifications, and just it's faster, it's more responsive, it does things a lot better. Apps have been enhanced with it. You can do a lot more Siri and Apple Intelligence and stuff. It's just this is one of those updates you're like, "What can they do better?" It's so good. So that's iOS 27 and watchOS 27. I'm gonna give you the quick rundown of that as well, okay? So, better battery efficiency in Apple Watch. We needed that for a while. It wasn't awful, but we needed it. It's kinda nice little feature they're gonna add to it. More accurate step tracking in Apple Watch. That has been needed for the longest time. You know what's really terrible, Kwesi? I would go up and down the stairs at work, right? And flights of stairs, right? Multiple times during the day. And it will only say to me, "Congratulations on your 2 flights of stairs." While I've gone up and down the stairs, 28 times at least in a day. And it also says it went up 2. I'm not sure what a flight of stairs really means, but to Apple, it's like 82 steps or something. I don't know. So that needs to be I'm glad that's gonna be improved. And I should probably put this in my Apple Watch. I didn't do that yet. I think I'll do that today, actually. Improve Wi-Fi connectivity for an Apple Watch. Also great. I can't wait for that to happen. Faster app expansion and launch. That's me impressive too. Tab gesture on Apple Watch is gonna be improved. Thank God. Faster media playback. More effective water detection in Apple Watch. That works pretty well. If I go on to lazy river or a pool or whatever, or just open body water, that pretty much instantly works. So I'm not sure that's going to be even better than it is now. It works very well. Transit cards, IA cards, and Smart Stack and watchOS. Nice. So you can kind of see that in a faster, easier way to get to things. Guest key access in watchOS. That's really cool. If you're at an Airbnb or something like that, you can utilize that to give a guest a key to get into like a tap access. That's actually really cool. Consolidation in Find My and Apple Watch. Also nice. And we have fast media playback, which is really nice as well. It wasn't that slow, but it's even faster than it ever was. View card balance in the Apple Wallet. That's pretty cool. In the heat of the moment, if you need to see that my Apple gift card had this much or the Apple Cash, you can see that without having to guess. Cool function. Quasi, what do you think
That's a
about
cool function.
watchOS 27? What are your thoughts?
Um, I just, you know, I will be buying an Apple Watch within the next 2 weeks, but unfortunately, it's not for me, right? Big Pops is gonna get to experience all these wonderful new Apple Watch features for Father's Day, and
Question:
I'm gonna be stuck on my Apple Watch.
which Apple Watch are you gonna get him?
The 11,
Ultra,
the Series
not
11.
Ultra, not Ultra.
Yeah, so he actually he was and we were in the car and we were on our way to church. As you know, my dad's a pastor, right? And we were just talking. And he was like, "Yeah, man, my Apple Watch just stopped working right, and I would love a new one." And I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome, Dad. Man, I'd love a new watch too. How do you feel about the Ultra?" He was like, "Oh, it's ugly." What? Pops? I'm right there with you, Dad. Yeah.
Does he wear
Hey, so
glasses?
he does wear glasses.
Okay, you might have to tell him to get a new prescription too. No one can say that about the Apple Watch Ultra. It's a beautiful.
Think it's
You agree
chunky.
with them.
I like, when I wear a watch, I want it to be sleek, right?
You agree. Go
The
ahead.
other day, my cousin bought me a watch, and it's a beautiful watch. It's just thick. It's chunky, right? I don't want something thick and chunky on my wrist. I need to blend it with almost any outfit. I need to look sleek. So, I kinda see where he's coming from. Actually, I more than see where he's coming from.
Do you know that as you mentioned before, that the Apple Watch currently is a larger screen size than the Ultra
Yeah,
is?
but it's also sleeker because it's all rounded edges, it's all black.
What else do you put on your wrist in the area that you need it to be that thin? Like, do you put a piano
Bracelets?
bench there?
Nah, that'd
Okay,
be
okay,
crazy.
but
Just
no
carrying that around.
bracelet is gonna interfere with this, right? You can still put them there. Yeah, I don't
You would hope
understand.
so.
Or, hold up, guy was so fit to bless you with a second wrist.
This is true. I actually wear bracelets on
Just
this wrist all the time.
you could
Hey,
swap it if
Adam,
you weren't a watch.
I'm sitting here and I really just want Mexican food. I don't know why. This is
Why'd you
completely
say
unrelated
that?
to the
Because now I
podcast.
do too, and it's not
This is
Chipotle
completely
Wednesday, it's
unrelated to the pod.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
Chipotle Wednesday is tomorrow, so I have my own food, which is I'm actually really it's pizza. It's good pizza. It's my uncle's. If
this
that
this
doesn't
place is
tell
open
most people
24 hours,
anything.
so I think I know where I'll be in the next
Is there
16
Chipotle
minutes.
nearby? Have you
Chipotle is
tried
not open at
Chipotle
4:34 a.m. Honey chicken?
honey chicken?
Yeah, man.
You tried it?
I did. And then I was at Panda Express today. They have this new
Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're bypassing the best part here. What'd you think of the honey chicken?
well, I had it with you last year too. The honey chicken's great. I don't think it
Okay.
should be a
Man, it
seasonal
sounded like
item.
for
I
a
think it
second
should
they
be
you said honey chicken, and you went right off to a completely different other food brand. So
Well,
I
you
thought you were
know that
about
I
to say
love the
that
honey
Panda
chicken. I guess the
Express.
people don't know that I love the honey chicken,
Yeah.
but you're
Okay.
well aware of this fact.
Honey chicken is
Like,
just a beautiful combination of
yeah, it's
ingredients.
great.
I'm gonna get it tomorrow. That's a fact.
You probably should get it tomorrow. It's
I am. It's Chipotle Wednesday. That's what I always do. Speaking of that, though, iOS
can
27 or
confirm.
watchOS 27 is it's got some nice enhancements, so I'm looking forward to that. Wow, Quasi. Let's bring up the child safety page at Apple. Okay, I want to talk about this with you, and I didn't include this because I thought we were gonna run out of time. So I'm gonna send this to you. It's not in the show notes, but we're gonna add it because it's that good. Okay, if you are a parent and you utilize some of the child safety functions currently
Well,
on iOS.
my series changed back to this. I don't know what that's about.
It's not you don't have the new Siri, that's why.
Yeah, I know. But like why does it not the old one? Or like not the old new one? The new old one?
The
I
one
don't
at
know what
the
to say.
on the edges, that's
Yeah.
what mine is. Interesting. I don't know. We should discuss that for sure. But child safety functions in the iPhone and iOS product line have been greatly enhanced. If you're a parent and you have children and you're considering them to have an iPhone soon, or they already have one or an iPad, this is a drastic change that is amazing. And we're gonna go through that really quick. So, child accounts, which is a new thing from Apple, they're going to enable those so you can identify who's a child, who's not. It could before kind of, but it really wasn't a full blown account. So that's a new feature they're going to add there. The next part is screen time shows parents how a child has used their device. It's more so not just they've been on their device for 6 hours. It's what do they do in that 6 hours? Which apps do they access? Which apps do they use more than the other ones? What was their screen time in a good log for parents? So, maybe they were on National Geographic or PBS Kids or whatever, but they could have been on Fortnite. And really, at this point in time, you should just ban Fortnite as an app. They can download anyway, so it's okay. I mean, just get rid of it anyway. Beyond that,
Somebody
uh,
has some pent up aggression towards it.
I'm just saying it's just equal aggression that he has towards Apple. That's all I'm saying. Okay, they have a feature where you can adjust specifically how long they have at certain times of the day and which apps can be part of that list if they do. So maybe you'll say, "Hey, child, you can go on and use your phone after dinner because you ate all your dinner. Great job." Now you're allowed to go on and maybe go to the game section for Apple Arcade, or you can go watch something from Netflix or Hulu, whatever. But YouTube, maybe not right now because you'll probably go into a fit with scrolling if I take it away or whatever, right? You can adjust this very specifically in that case. Very nice little function. And they have way more privacy for it as well. Like you can go in even a bigger state and say that these contacts specifically you can reach out to. You can't add any new ones unless I approve it, which is really cool as well. I liked the feature where in Safari, if they go to a new website, Quasi, what's it going to ask? It's going to send that to the parent and ask them, can they go to this website? I like that a lot because, you know, certain sites we all know kids should not be going on if it was gone there on purpose or accidentally. So it's good to keep them a little safe from the outside world. I like that a whole bunch. Um, and let's see here. What else was it? Oh, yeah, there's a made for kids section of the App Store. So it's not going to curate specifically what me and Quasi might see in the App Store for games or apps or whatever, but like a whole kids section. So it's going to be more tailored to that age group of kids as well, which is very cool to see that as well. But, you can preset, which apps kids can even see or download from the App Store too, and other ones that they wouldn't want to download, they can just request that, or they don't even see them at all in the App Store. That's another great function. Or get location-based alerts, so they can know where a child is automatically. They left home, they're leaving school, they're going to the park, they're coming home, whatever the case is. So you can see that in real time, and that is very precise as well. I love that function a lot. Um, there's just they add so much more to this that I really like. It's not just before of like they kill in the app store, they requested an app and you just say, yes, that's okay. Now it's more tailored to what the parents can preset for that in different groups, suggested groups, and so on, right? Maybe you don't want them to go on Netflix because there's some questionable content or whatever the case is. You can limit that to a well, yeah, you can limit that so much more than you ever could. So as a parent, I'm excited for this because it gives me more flexibility to adjust what I feel as me being a parent that my child should see and not see. Right? Be careful with your kids going online, discords and stuff like that, even like Roblox, because it's not all safe and people are using kid methods to exploit kids in different ways. And I'm not running you down into that exactly, but you know what I'm saying. You want to utilize that in a good way. And that is fantastic. What are your thoughts, Quasi, with this? Absolutely. Well, it's also a two-parter, right? I mean, as Quasi said, the kids don't always know what they're doing. There's times they do, times they don't. But it's, when an older person tries to convince them in heavily ways to do certain things that they shouldn't be doing, it's also the parents' job to make sure that they realize what could happen online and then restrict that so that's not even an option, right? I mean, you also want just the education for them so they know what they shouldn't be doing no matter who says what, right? I mean, that's just how it is. So you just want to keep them safe because, like you said, the internet is It can be really scary. It's a great information place for everything, but you have to restrict what it's going to show because, I mean, just going on YouTube, right? I can go on a great video on YouTube about, the next Steam Deck or whatever, right? And get into a rabbit hole of like, I got to this weird, what is going on here, kind of thing that you don't expect. So, to a kid, they don't understand fully. So just be sure that they're safe and, you know, keep them safe and make sure that everybody is just informed what's going on more than anything else, right? Because like you could spell YouTube incorrectly, right? Or you could spell White House incorrectly and get something completely different than you don't want to, right? It's not always intentional, but just know that you should be safe online. Just a quick little lesson there, I guess. All right. Everywhere. It happens, and they say it could take, up to 30 minutes to, like, 48 hours. And you're like, "Well, that money's being held on my car, I can't." Huh? I know, I don't like that. Why can't I understand what's going on. You have to swipe your card to get the gas to go, I get that. But, like, why does it have to pre-auth for the highest amount possible? I don't know why they can't just make that. Well, where you're at, Quasi, the price of gas is quite easy to achieve that. Some places it's not so easy unless you get, 3 vehicles or whatever, right? But yeah. Oh, Quasi, do you wanna tell the viewers the awesome story you told me about this morning, regarding a new follower? Yep. He's not biased at all, by the way. He's just not biased. Yeah. Ye No, we're okay, we're good. There's always post-editing, right? What I'll say is this. Yeah. Well, same here. What I'll say is this, your grandfather should tell my grandfather to do this because I cannot convince my grandpa to get a smartphone. He doesn't get it, right? He can learn it, he chooses not to. Huh? Why not? He's not going to work tomorrow. That's part of the perks about being retired, You can do what you want. You can go up, make an egg sandwich, and just watch the birds if you really want to, Like, whatever. That's just part of the perks, I guess, right? You can go into a water fountain in the mall, take a bath. They're just gonna send you home. They're not gonna arrest you, This is the perks about being retired. You probably shouldn't do that. I'm just saying. You've earned your stripes is what I'm trying to say? So, anyway, we should go to product and app of the week. And I wanted to kinda bring mine up really quick. Yeah. So, it's getting that time of year, Quasi, when, you might wanna go outside and relax in a nice day. Maybe not in Illinois because we don't get nice days, but some people do in other states, maybe, yeah, like on Saturday, it was egregiously high. As Quasi has mentioned before, I don't think God allows hell to be that high. It was so it was unsettling. It was egregious. It was so high. You walked outside, and I don't care who you were sweating. It was really bad. Anyway, for those days, it's really, really nice. There's a hammock, and not the ones you got tied to a tree or a pole, whatever, right? It comes with like a stand. And this one is a huge hammock. It supports up to 500 pounds. Not that you yourself are 500 pounds. I'm saying you and like your dog and your kid could sleep on this and just have a great time. It's really wide as well. It's also light, so it's not going to be so burning hot when you're on the sun. It's just a way to just like enjoy Mother Nature, the sounds of the birds, the nice sounds of the wind, the trees, and the squirrels, and maybe a woodpecker too. I don't know, but you can go outside and enjoy that. So this normally is 250 Quasi. It's on sale a limited time on Amazon right now for $100 off, 40% off. I had to my wife has one, I'm kinda jealous, so I might have to consider something like this. That's all I'm saying, so we could both be enjoying that. So anyway, that's on sale right now. There's different colors, of course. There's gray, there's white, there's blue, and all this other stuff too. Much like the same color the Craig Federighi shirt. So just so you guys know, that's just there. So that's my product of the week. That's just what he does. Yeah, but it's okay though. So yeah, it just does. But it's been taken off of Amazon since yesterday. I'm sure. Don't know why. It's okay. Oh, that sucks. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My app of the week is Game Pigeon, and I know both me and Quasi have this. It is an iMessage app, basically, where you can play games with people that you like to play games with, on an iOS iMessage. And, maybe the pool game is something that I dominate Quasi and other people at, and it's just a really fun. It's That's what someone would say if they lost. All I'm saying is, so, it's a really fun, awesome, and it's free. There's in-app purchases, but it's really for cosmetics. But, they're super fun games, it's a way to pass the time, and they have, like it's hundreds of games, it feels like, right? But Game Pitch is an awesome, wonderful app that continues to impress, and I just really enjoy it. Um, yeah, there's Game Pigeon Plus. They're really just yeah, there's just cosmetics. Yeah. Um, they'd be wrong. They'd be wrong. What? I I never said that I don't, like, lose it all. I'm saying that I mostly win, so that's all. Especially with you, Quasi. I'm just saying today, Quasi, is another day that you can, make sure that your box of Kleenex make sure your box of Kleenex is next to you so when you do lose, you have, a way to release your tears, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, it's a great app. It's okay. Quasi has high hopes of winning one day, and, he might. He did. So, like, how can I do anything with that? I literally cannot. What I'm saying, though, is there's times where, we didn't talk for about 3 days because I beat him, and that's just because he's Quasi. Quasi utilize and I'm not on that list, so you guys know. You think I would be. Oh. You're on my pen too. But I'll say something to Quasi, and he's just like, "Oh, I'll respond maybe in 6 hours," or, something. It's crazy sometimes. You're like, "I could have watched all the Avatar movies in a row before you respond sometimes." It's it's I'll just give you a hard time, Quasi. You got life, man. You're doing stuff for your family. It's fine. I'm just messing with you. Bonus content. Bonus content. 'Kay. This is not on the show notes either. This is completely just this isn't the one more thing segment, okay, just by the way. But, oh my gosh, I just gotta give a shout out, right, to the new CEO of Xbox, which I said on this very podcast that I think she's gonna do great, that it's gotta get better than Phil Spencer, right? Because he was great a long time ago, and he kinda fell off the downhill bad, and then she comes along, guys, and everybody expects her to flop and fail, and I tell you what, she is phenomenal at what she's doing. She's understanding her market and her fans in great ways. She pulls the Oprah at the event of this unveiling, right? And just gives them all the Xbox X25. Quasi's gonna pull up how this looks, and it is stunning looking. This is awesome. Best color, best possible colors for an Xbox. And it's translucent. You're wrong. It is stunning. Oh, Yeah. Yeah, it was really loud. It's okay though. Quasi, you make room for it. That's what you do. You cannot tell me that that is so this is, like, from a design from the original Xbox, by the way, too, just so you guys know. Everybody loved that, and they're bringing this same design back. What a great callback to a great time in my life when that came out. I remember walking through Target and seeing it. It looks incredible. All I'm saying is she's done a phenomenal job. She's making great changes, great everything, and I cannot wait to see what she has in store. So just so you know, this is not the new release of an Xbox that she's working on. This is just a re what is it? Just a new design for the current Xbox. So just so you guys know, be very clear about this. This is not a new spec'd out Xbox that's the next one that's coming out. That's to be coming soon, just so you guys know. But I saw this and I was like, "Oh my gosh." Okay, I did. It reminds me of the PS1. Yeah, PS1. So, you know that gray is, like, my least favorite shade of things, right? It's, I get why it's gray. I understand. That's why I said on this because you had no choice in this matter, right? Not that you know? What I'm saying, though, is I don't like gray as much. I'm not saying I hate PlayStation. What I'm saying is I wouldn't have done that. I would have done the blue with it, but, that's just me, I guess. And we'll see if they make adjustments with this, but I gray doesn't pop to me. It's not vibrant, it's not colorful, it doesn't draw the attention like it should. It doesn't I mean, the only color it has is the logo for Sony. It could be better. You know what I'm saying? I do too. Do you like that's what they should do with the whole thing. Why don't they do a blue translucent kinda thing for this, you know? Let's see. I think they did have one for they did. They absolutely did. That's what I thought. I knew I was going crazy. So, and you know why it's weird that it's a bundle? Do you know what's crazy about that bundle? Fortnite doesn't cost any money anymore. So why would you make a bundle for a game that's free? So pull up why I sent you, Quasi, really quick, please. This is what they should have done. This right here. Quasi's gonna pull up like within seconds, I promise you. Tell me that is not incredible. Translucent, it's hard to tell here. It's more the controller than anything else. It's actually not translucent on the PS2 at all, but that controller is. Do that on the PS5, whatever limited edition you wanna call it. That would be popping. That would be wonderful. That signifies PS in a great, great way. If that's next to Cereal Box with more colors, this is what I'm looking at more. Let me tell you that much. It's that's a good color. That's really good. Imagine that controller, exact blue with translucency in a PS5. Tell me that wouldn't sell. I would actually almost consider buying it, but still not buy it because Xbox is better, but I'm just saying I would get closer. I know. I just yeah, 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 that's the day. All right, guys. Well, that is the episode. Let us know what your overall thoughts were with WWDC 2026 from Apple. Let us know what's your top 5 favorite things that they talked about, and they did. And let us know what you hate about it. If you didn't like it, was it underwhelming to you? Did you like it a lot? And do you like the new Xbox or the new PlayStation? Which one do you favor the most? Let us know that below too. I know, but still they're limited edition things. So let us know of the two, which one you prefer more for aesthetics and for functionality. Are you a PS5 fan? Are you an Xbox fan? Are you a Steam fan? Wherever you are, let us know in the comments below and why, for sure. And do not forget to like and subscribe, please. We really appreciate that. It's free to do that. And join Discord as well. And if you're a spammer or a fake person, don't do that. Just avoid that, please. 'Cause you are getting deleted from Discord, just so you know. It's already happened. So, you know, we see things. Yeah. Alright, guys, thanks so much. Dub is this week, and as we get some more news and we test out iOS 27, so on and so on, we'll get more updates as we go for next week. Thank you again for joining us this week. Have a fantastic week. Oh, before we go, Tim's farewell message kinda almost made me cry, Quasey. That's his yeah. I think we're gonna Quasey had concerns about pulling this up. I think we're fine because everybody is doing this on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere. News outlets, everything.
Some of the greatest highlights of my time as CEO have been events like this, sharing powerful new tools with all of you, and then seeing what you create with them has been a constant reminder that imagination has no limits. Over the years, you have helped people connect, create, learn, and experience the world in extraordinary new ways. And with the incredible capabilities we introduced today, and so many more still to come, I truly believe the best is still ahead. At Apple, creating the best products in the world to deliver experiences that enrich people's lives has always been our North Star. It's been the honor of a lifetime to help advance that mission with teams whose creativity, care, and conviction continue to make a lasting difference in people's lives. Thank you all for joining us. Some of the great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I've never seen so many iPhones before. Thank you so much, and
Yes, he
thank you,
has.
Craig, for that great introduction. Good morning, everyone.
Okay. Okay.
Such an honor to be.
We'll see if we'll keep that or not. But, thanks, guys, again. Yes, John Terrace is gonna be a fantastic CEO. I have a great feeling about him. Great choice, Tim. Yeah, I think so too. All right, guys, have a fantastic week. Thanks again for everything that you do, with listening and just following and getting those comments. I really appreciate that. Even if it's bad, we're not gonna get mad at you, I promise. We'll just probably argue with you in the comments below, so it's okay though. Les Quace needs to as well. They're wrong. they haven't watched it or they haven't watched it. That's really all it comes down to. So, yeah, they're wrong. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. You have the right to your own opinion even if it's wrong. It's okay. All right, guys. Take care and have a fantastic week. We'll see you.